Hi there, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you some cards I was playing around with. I was clearing off some shelves, kind of consolidating things in boxes, and I came across this card kit. Now this one is from when Stampin' Up! Offered it as a celebration selection, but I know that this card kit is also available on their website now under card kits. Anyway, it's called the Kerchief Card Kit, and when I pulled it out, it looked familiar, so I knew I must have had a second one at one time and made up the cards. And I probably did the same thing as I did this time. I went to Rachel Tessman, who's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Excellent. If you need an alternative card idea for a card kit, go to her blog or channel. Anyway, on her blog, I typed in the search box Kerchief Card Kit and came across her video and also close-up photos of each of the cards. So this kit makes 24 cards, makes 8 cards, 4 of each design, and she split apart the components, added more card bases and such, and ended up with 24 cards. So she tripled the card kit. And that's what I did. I basically followed along what she did and ended up making 4 cards of 6 different designs. So I'm going to show you just one of each of the styles. So here's the first one. Now I did add a couple extra things that weren't available at the time. I added some of these brushed brass butterflies as embellishments, and I also added these heart epoxy droplets, and then also some tiny pearls, which I used up. So here is the first card, and for my stamp set, my stamp sets are not organized and all out, so I pulled out what I could. I used the sentiments from Butterfly Gala. So here's this kit, or this card, excuse me. This element right here is popped up. All of these components, except for the sentiment and the little heart, were part of the kit. The kit came with vellum, and I used a Stampin' Up! Leaf punch to punch out vellum leaves, just like Rachel did in her examples. This background paper is actually the liner of the envelope that comes in the kit, and the insides of all of my cards are blank. So I have 4 of those. Here's another one that uses the inside pattern of an envelope, and then these other components, the twine, the flowers, leaves. This is the back side of a tag that had a foreign language printed on the other side. That all came in the kit. The pearls, the card base are separate. So the good things in life are better with you. So I have 4 of those. Here's another one. This vellum piece came in the card kit. This background paper is actually the back side of one of the card bases from the kit. I just trimmed it down to fit on my own white card base. And again, I punched some vellum leaves out of the vellum pieces. So I have 4 of those. And then this was the front of the card base. This was the back side of the card base. And then these are one of the labels, pre-printed labels that came in the card kit. And I just added these little enamel dots on my own. And these are from a Stampin' Up! Set as well. I've used up all those dark blue ones. So I have 4 of those cards. And then here's this one. This is the front of one of the card bases, and the next card will show the back piece to it. And then here's where I added the brass butterflies, and then turned the little label over because the back side was in a foreign language. So I have 4 of those. And then the last card that I have to share with you is this one, and this piece was the back side of this card. And so I just cut it into the pieces according to Rachel's directions. Now she used some gold edging from the sheet that these gold elements were on. I had punched mine out and I had a hard time cutting thin strips because my trimmer blade was dull, and so it ended up tearing the paper. So I just pulled out my Love from Lizzie gold adhesive strips. And then here's where I added some more of those brass butterflies. Now the insides of these cards, I did put something. This portion right here of the card base left this scrap, and so I pulled out a Martha Stewart border punch and just punched these little flowers to mimic the flowers on the front of the card, and just added the scrap to the inside of those 4 cards. So I have 4 of those. So 24 cards from a kit that would normally make 8 cards. I love it. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and now I'm off to create.